Disclaimer. The character, quote, Waluigi, unquote, is C Nintendo. This fan-made game is in no way affiliated with or endorsed by Nintendo, and may only be distributed as freeware. Well, I guess I good on that front. Also, this game does not endorse or condone blah 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 Bowser Tech. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Team Pizza Plays. Well, I guess we'll get the title of the game here in a second, but first we gotta watch this sweet cutscene. Nice shot! You fool! What have you done? Why would you attack a bird in a Nintendo game? Seriously, you want that dog laughing at you again? That's nothing but a bad idea. Yes, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Psycho Waluigi, what some people would consider one of the best fan-made video games of all time. This was brought to us by a man named Thunder Dragon over at a site called Mario Fan Games Galaxy, if you hadn't seen that in the intro already. You'll notice I already have a save file available to us right now with a considerable amount of progress on it. Yeah, there's a story behind that, but let me actually start up the game before we get into that, so you've got something to look at. So I usually, you know that when I do something like a fan game on this site, or on this channel rather, I guess technically on this site being YouTube, I have a partner in crime, being Drawman, and we do technically have like 3 episodes of this game done with him talking to me in the background. Problem is, the audio levels were absolutely worthless. They were horrible. I couldn't use any of it, and oh boy, did I have some technical difficulties getting those episodes going in the beginning. Yeah, I'll have a little blooper reel available to you guys at the end of this episode, just to show you what I mean on some of that front. So, now here I am re-recording a lot of the episodes because he's only available to record with me one day of the week. Making sure you guys actually get footage of this awesome game, because it is awesome and it's worth showing off. Now, basically the story of what they're saying here is, this is a land called Unconscia, which makes sense because Waluigi just kind of knocked himself out by falling out of his balloon. And he meets this evil being that promises that, Psycho Iris, his name, there we go, I can actually remember it now, promises that he can help Waluigi conquer this world. He's apparently some kind of eldritch abomination. Yada yada, etc. So what am I getting at? How would you like to use these psychic powers to, oh, I don't know, take over the world of Unconscia? And Waluigi being Waluigi, of course agrees. I knew that I would win you over. After all, I do know everything about you and your fiendish ways, your twisted soul, yada yada and so on. Because he's a psychic being, he can see inside us. So, let's go already, as Waluigi puts it. So, we use the up and down arrows to move around that little eye cloud that's floating around us, Psycho Iris himself. And then we can grab whatever we're currently overlapping by pressing button 2, or in this case, the control key. So, let's go ahead and actually show this off. This is the main mechanic that we've got on work here. We can pick things up, we can throw them around. It looks like I hit the floor there. It looked like I had a little bit of space there to work with, but yeah, you can throw just about anything, to be honest with you, including, if I can aim this correctly, coins. Of course, you probably don't want to do that because they offer you points, but, well. Come here, buddy. You're gonna serve as ammo for me here in a little bit. I don't think I need to pick up that extra coin. I am gonna have to use you right there, though. Aha! And now it all makes sense. Of course, this is just kind of the tutorial stomping ground, so we're not going to see anything too crazy yet, but later on they're going to introduce us to several different concepts of how to use this very basic ability, and this is why so many people like... Can I get up there? Yes, I can. Haha! More points for the taking. Why a lot of people like this game is because it follows the typical Nintendo idea of taking one simple mechanic and using it in a myriad of different ways. Every single level offers you something totally unique, something totally different to work with, and they don't have to make you memorize any new button layouts or anything like that, nothing too overly complicated. You just keep doing what you just do it in a different way, which is a hallmark of great game design. Thunder Dragon really knew what he was doing when he was making this game. Now we've got the element of mind control here, which now you'll notice that bar up in the corner. So if I try to throw this enemy, instead I'll use its unique power. Now, only certain enemies can do this, offer you this ability. You'll notice every time I use it, I lose a little bit of that meter. Ouch! Right, I forgot these things kind of home in on you. You gotta be careful, you've got a lot of health to work with, but this is one of those games, it's kind of like Castlevania, where if you're not paying attention, you've got just so much that if you're not paying attention, eventually you could be in serious trouble. And if I can get up here, yes, there we go, that's a checkpoint. If I do happen to die, which chances are I will, because I'm an idiot, I will respawn at that spot. Now, I could be dumb and try to jump down here if there's anything I think I'm missing, but I know I got everything back there. I'd like to say I'd be screwing up less, because I've played this game already, but I've also been doing Let's Plays long enough to know that I make no promises on that front. Like, maybe this won't be as much of a disaster. No, I'll find some way to screw it up, I assure you. Alright, so, because Waluigi is commonly associated with eggplants, instead of mushrooms or garlic, he has eggplants as his power-ups. Now, what does this do? It gives us an iFly. iFlies have special unique powers. In the case of this one, it gives us a double jump. So we can psychically boost ourselves even farther as soon as we get into the air. No. I wanted those coins, man. Every point matters. You'll find... I didn't know that door was there. I didn't see that last time. Shoot. I thought it was just going to be coins, but there actually was something. Thunder Dragon, you... give me some space, man. Some breathing room to work with, so I can actually... Motherfucker. Okay. Remember what I said about screwing up earlier? That's probably just because I'm not... There we go. Yeah, the door probably would have led over here, and that would have let me access all of those secrets. Yeah, you can probably see how this is going. But that's neither here nor there. No use dwelling on the past, right? That's something I've actually had to teach myself a lot lately, is there's really no point actually focusing on things you did wrong before. I mean, it's good to learn from those mistakes, but dwelling on it, like regretting in your mind, like, man, I should have done things differently. There's really no point in that. Also, like most power-ups in the Mario universe, if you get hit, you will lose your extra ability. In this case, I won't be able to glide around anymore. Now, if I had been smarter, what I could have done here is actually picked up an enemy. If this guy will leave me alone for just a second. That's the one downside to the psychic power mechanic, is... No, I can't actually swim up a waterfall. Go figure, right? Well, at least I can zap this guy. I won't see what's beyond the walls, but I will see what happens when you use electricity against a fish. And at the risk of sounding tripe and invoking memes, yes, it is super effective. There we go, a much needed heart. Ah, come on! As soon as I get out of here. Alright. Gonna give me some more health to make up for the fact? No, but you are gonna give me some time, which can be equally useful. Because again, these stages do have a lot of secrets. They are... Because of the psychic power mechanic, things do run a bit more slowly in this game, a bit more methodically. It's about searching every single area for secrets, picking things up. Because you do have to stop yourself in order to actually grab something. There is that moment of, if you're not used to the mechanic, which I'm not 100% yet, you have to sort of aim towards it because it's something you're not used to. And there are upsides and downsides to that. Number one, it's something you're not used to. It really is, so it's worth it. Can I get up there without a double jump? I guess I can if it's gonna give me that. And now I don't have to worry about dying, or at least I hope I don't. Again, I make no promises on that front, but anyways. As I was saying earlier, yeah, if I can actually try to finish a rant I was going on. I tend to focus way too much on the past. Like, I've made some really big mistakes before. And some really painful ones too, and every once in a while in my memory, they'll just come creeping back in to remind me, hey, you screwed up this badly in the past, how do you feel about that? And I'm just like, bad. I feel really, really bad. What's the point of this exercise? We've been through it before. And every time one of those thoughts comes up, I'm just like, well, yeah, I've learned my lesson from that. There's no point making myself feel bad on purpose because I already learned my lesson. Now what Psycho Iris is telling us is now we've reached the castle. And this is my favorite thing about this game, is that instead of liberating the castle like we do in any other Mario game, now we're actually trying to overthrow the castle by taking the king and slamming him against a wall. This is my throne now! With my subject, the Eye Fly, and my advisor, Psycho Iris. And I got something resembling a crown here. You get better crowns depending on how well you do. And it'll actually, if you saw on the progress bar before, it'll actually... we have him working on our new balloon. Uh-oh, and who's this? It'll actually show you how many good crowns that you've gotten already. But now we've got an option for a shop right here. What could that mean? Can we actually use all this money for something more than just points? Find out next time on Team Pizza Plays Psycho Waluigi. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu. Later, everybody. Oh, I should probably actually share the game with you, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Just a little bit. Disclaimer. The character Waluigi is C Nintendo. This friend... Let me try that again. Distributed as freeware. Well, I've got that base covered, so it looks like we're good.
But you can buy it here at www.screwnintendo.com. We do not endorse that website.
Hello?
In fact, we... Yes.
Oh, it's got... Hello? What? Excuse me. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Okay, first off, if you're wondering what went down there, I'm not even trying to skip by any of this. I'm just trying to... Motherfucker! Start over.
Yes.
A fucking gong show. It's okay, I forgot to set the audio levels anyway. This is Psycho Waluigi, one of the most famous Mario fan games ever made. And for good reason, from what I've heard. Now, I have not played it so far, but from what I've heard...
Nope.